Greetings, dear friends. Prepare to be amazed, for today I will unveil secrets hidden in plain sight, secrets that could be silently shaping your destiny. It may come as a surprise, but the objects we welcome into our lives, given with the best intentions, can sometimes unintentionally hinder our progress. You might have never pondered this, but the subtle energies entwined with these possessions can profoundly influence your life's journey. Today, I am going to reveal 15 commonplace items that you should never bring into your collection or accept as gifts. These seemingly harmless things can be like unseen anchors, holding you back from reaching your fullest potential. By the end of our time together, you will grasp the immense power our belongings wield and how they might be affecting your life in ways you've never imagined. But that's not all, because I have a special gift for you, my devoted listeners. If you desire to effortlessly elevate the energy within your home, I invite you to download my exclusive Feng Shui Home Checklist. This simple, room-by-room guide is your key to creating an environment of tranquility, prosperity, and perfect balance throughout your dwelling. The link awaits you, pinned in the comments below. Claim your gift now. Chapter 1: The Astonishing Weight of Objects, Why Some Possessions Carry Negative Energy. Isn't it truly astonishing how much unseen weight certain objects can carry? Many things around us, whether cherished family heirlooms, well-intentioned gifts, or just everyday items we accumulate, possess a deeper significance than we often perceive. Think for a moment about an object in your home. Perhaps it's a beautiful antique mirror or a piece of jewelry passed down through your family. It may seem lovely and full of sentimental value, but what if it's also holding on to echoes of past sorrows or unresolved emotions? Objects are not merely inert things. They are like sponges, absorbing the energetic atmosphere of their surroundings. As the profound wisdom of Buddhist philosophy teaches us, everything in existence is interconnected. Just as a tree draws sustenance from sunlight and water, objects absorb the subtle vibrations of the experiences they have witnessed. A seemingly innocent necklace, for example, could hold the lingering energy of stress, heartbreak, or even anger from those who owned it before you. Have you ever felt a sudden, inexplicable shift in your mood after handling certain items? Perhaps an old box of letters evokes a wave of anxiety, or a gift that once felt light now feels strangely heavy in your hands. These are not mere coincidences, my friends. These objects carry energy, sometimes an energy that is no longer in harmony with your current life path. This is precisely where the power of mindfulness becomes essential. By becoming aware of which objects in your life seem to emanate negative energy, you can begin a profound process of decluttering, not just your physical spaces, but also the spaces of your mind and spirit. Releasing items that no longer serve your highest good is not simply a practical act of tidying up, it is a deeply spiritual act of liberation. It creates a void, a space for fresh, vibrant, positive energies to flow into your life. In the heart of Buddhist practice lies the principle of detachment, the art of releasing what no longer nurtures our growth. It's about recognizing and consciously letting go of the emotional burdens that can cling to objects like invisible threads. The enlightened Buddha taught us that releasing attachments, including those to physical possessions, frees us from the cycle of suffering and opens a pathway to new blessings and profound personal evolution. Take a moment now to reflect on your own belongings. Are there things in your life that seem to bring you more unease than joy, more anxiety than peace? By mindfully choosing to let go of these items, you are actively creating space for healing and spiritual transformation to take root in your life. This process is beautifully aligned with the Buddhist principle of mindfulness, being acutely aware of the energies we carry and what no longer serves our highest purpose. By releasing the old, the stagnant, you are actively making room for exciting new opportunities, enriching relationships, and boundless personal growth to blossom in your life. As the Buddha wisely said, when you let go of what you are, you become what you might be. Embrace this transformative process of release, and invite a greater sense of peace and countless blessings into your life's journey. Chapter 2: Never collect photos or objects of the departed. We often hear the comforting words that the memories of those we love continue to live on within our hearts. But what if their presence also lingers within the objects we hold on to, the mementos we cherish? While photographs and keepsakes from loved ones who have transitioned from this life can be treasured as powerful symbols of love and remembrance, they can also, unknowingly, carry unresolved emotions and energies. These energies might not always be in harmony with our present life and well-being. In many spiritual traditions, and certainly within Buddhist beliefs, it is understood that when someone departs from this physical realm, their energy does not always immediately vanish. These objects, particularly those closely associated with the departed, can become like subtle bridges between the physical world we inhabit and the spiritual realms beyond. They can, in essence, potentially invite unresolved energies into our personal spaces. For instance, a piece of jewelry lovingly passed down from someone who experienced significant hardship in their life might seem like a precious family heirloom. However, it could also carry the echoes of their struggles, their pain, and their unresolved emotions. In the profound teachings of Buddhism, we learn that all things are interconnected, and objects possess the remarkable ability to absorb the energetic imprint of their surroundings and the people who interact with them. This is why we sometimes experience a subtle, almost imperceptible shift in our own emotions when we hold on to such items. The lingering energy from the past, while perhaps carrying love and nostalgia, may not always resonate harmoniously with our current state of mind, potentially disturbing our inner peace and equilibrium. A dear friend once shared a personal experience about her grandmother's ring, a cherished family heirloom. After her grandmother's passing, wearing the ring brought her an inexplicable sense of discomfort. Initially, she dismissed this unease as mere sentimentality, but over time, she came to realize that the ring was holding on to her grandmother's unresolved pain and sadness. After undertaking a spiritual cleansing ritual for the ring, the persistent discomfort gradually faded away. This poignant story beautifully illustrates just how deeply objects can absorb and retain the emotional imprints of their past owners. So, what then should we do with such objects? Should we simply discard them? No, it is not about discarding memories, but about approaching these items with mindful respect and awareness. If these items are genuinely important for you to keep, perhaps for sentimental or family reasons, it is crucial to spiritually cleanse them before displaying them or storing them within your living space. One effective way to do this is through the ancient practice of smudging with sage, a revered tradition known for its ability to clear away negative energies. Another method is to place the objects under the gentle light of the full moon to purify them naturally. This process is not about erasing the past or diminishing the memory of loved ones. Rather, it is about creating a clear and harmonious space for the present and the future, ensuring that the energy you carry within your home and your life is in alignment with your current journey. Buddhist teachings gently encourage mindful detachment, urging us to acknowledge and honor the past without allowing it to unduly define or burden our present. By consciously cleansing and treating these objects with care and respect, we can ensure that they remain cherished symbols of love and remembrance, rather than becoming unintended burdens on our emotional and spiritual well-being. As the Buddha wisely said, to hold on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Similarly, to hold on to negative energies from the past can burn us in the present. By cleansing and honoring these objects mindfully, we liberate ourselves from their potential hold, allowing a sense of growth, inner peace, and spiritual harmony to flow more freely into our lives. This delicate balance between honoring the past with reverence and living fully and vibrantly in the present moment is truly key to creating a life that is enriched by cherished memories, yet not constrained or defined by them. Chapter 3. Never accept sharp objects as gifts. Have you ever been presented with a knife, a razor, or another sharp object as a gift? While these items might seem like thoughtful gestures, perhaps symbolizing craftsmanship or utility, they can also carry hidden spiritual implications that are worth considering. Sharp objects are often symbolically linked to themes of division, conflict, and even aggression. Accepting such a gift can unintentionally invite negative energy, misfortune, strained relationships, or even spiritual disruptions into your life. In Buddhist philosophy, it is understood that everything possesses energy, and sharp objects, by their very nature, symbolize severing and separation. Energetically, they can potentially cut bonds between people, disrupt harmonious relationships, and even disturb your own inner peace of mind. An ancient Buddhist story recounts the experience of a young monk who received a beautiful ceremonial knife as a gift. Although aesthetically pleasing, the gift brought about a sense of unease and discomfort, and he noticed a subtle strain in his interactions with others. Seeking guidance from a wise elder, he learned that the knife, despite its beauty, carried an energetic imprint of aggression and division. Through a mindful cleansing ritual, the monk was able to restore balance and peace both within himself and in his relationships. If you ever find yourself in the somewhat awkward situation of receiving such a gift, it is important not to simply dismiss any feelings of discomfort you might experience. In Buddhist practice, there is a simple yet effective solution to neutralize any potentially negative energy associated with sharp gifts: offer a coin in exchange. This small, symbolic gesture is believed to neutralize the negative energetic associations linked to the object, restoring balance and creating a protective shield around your personal space. Remember, it is not solely about the material gift itself, but about the subtle energy it carries and potentially introduces into your life. By practicing mindfulness and awareness, you can ensure that gifts, especially those of a sharp nature, do not inadvertently disrupt your inner peace or the harmony of your relationships. Through simple rituals of cleansing and thoughtful exchange, you can actively protect your energetic field and cultivate greater harmony in your life. The profound teachings of Buddhism gently remind us that material attachments can often lead to suffering, but by understanding the subtle energetic properties of objects, we can learn to live with greater mindfulness, intention, and balance. Chapter 4: Shoes, a symbol of your life's journey. When we consider shoes, our thoughts often turn to their practical function, a necessary item we slip on each day, offering protection and support as we move through the world. We may not often pause to consider the deeper symbolism and meaning they hold. But shoes, in their essence, are far more than just a practical necessity for our feet. In many ways, they serve as a potent symbol of the journey we are walking through life itself. Every mark, every scuff, every crease that forms in the leather of our shoes tells a silent story about the unique path we have traversed, our struggles overcome, our triumphs celebrated, the myriad places we have journeyed to, and the countless choices we have made along the way. Buddhism teaches us that our path in life is rarely linear or straightforward. Instead, it is a rich tapestry woven from a series of interconnected moments and decisions, each one subtly guiding and shaping us into who we are today. And much like our intricate journey through life, the shoes we choose to wear serve as a tangible reflection of that very path. They bear the imprints of our experiences, the echoes of our footsteps, and the diverse energies we have encountered along the way. But what happens when we literally step into someone else's shoes? Imagine this scenario: you stumble upon a beautiful pair of shoes at a second-hand store, or perhaps a friend generously offers you a pair they no longer require. Initially, you might not give a second thought to slipping them on. After all, shoes are meant to protect our feet and aid in our movement, right? However, on a deeper, more symbolic level, shoes represent movement, progress, and the overall direction we are taking in our lives. When we wear shoes that belong to someone else, we may unknowingly be taking on aspects of their energy, their unresolved struggles, and even their accumulated emotional baggage. There is an insightful ancient Buddhist parable that beautifully illustrates this point. It tells of a traveler embarking on a long and arduous journey. Along his path, he stopped at a humble inn to rest, where he encountered a wise elder who had traveled far and wide across the lands. The elder, noticing the traveler's worn and weary shoes, kindly offered him a new pair that had been left behind by a previous guest at the inn. The traveler, deeply grateful for this unexpected kindness, gratefully accepted the shoes and put them on without hesitation. However, as he continued his journey, a strange sensation began to creep into his heart, a heaviness, a deep sense of weariness that he couldn't quite explain or shake off. The shoes, though comfortable and new to him, seemed to carry an unseen weight, an intangible burden. He soon came to a profound realization: the shoes were somehow imbued with the energy of the person who had worn them before him, the previous guest at the inn. He was unknowingly carrying the weight of that stranger's journey with each step he took. This parable poignantly illustrates a profound truth: shoes are not merely inanimate objects to shield our feet from the ground, they are potent carriers of energy, both seen and unseen. Every pair we wear, but especially second-hand shoes, can hold the energetic imprints of the individual who wore them before us. The emotional and spiritual energy they have absorbed over time can subtly, yet significantly, influence our own life journey. If the previous owner experienced periods of hardship, prolonged stress, or unresolved emotional struggles, that energy may linger within the fabric of the shoes and, by extension, subtly affect the person who wears them now. This is not to suggest that all second-hand shoes are inherently negative or that we should avoid them entirely. Instead, it's about cultivating mindfulness and awareness regarding the energies we might be taking on when we choose to wear them. The practice of mindfulness, a central pillar in Buddhist teachings, encourages us to cultivate a heightened awareness of the world around us and the diverse energies we interact with on a daily basis. By being consciously aware of the items we choose to wear and how they might be subtly influencing us, we take greater ownership of our life path and the energetic vibrations we carry with us. To protect your personal energy and ensure that your life journey remains clear of unwanted burdens, it is wise to cleanse any secondhand shoes energetically before you begin wearing them. This cleansing is not merely a physical act of cleaning dirt or grime, it is a spiritual practice, a ritual of purification. You can begin by walking barefoot on fresh grass or directly on the earth, grounding yourself deeply and consciously releasing any negative or stagnant energy that may have accumulated within you. The earth itself is a powerful natural purifier, and walking barefoot upon it can help you reconnect with your own inherent energy and release anything that no longer serves your well-being. Another remarkably simple yet potent ritual is sprinkling the inside of the shoes with salt. Salt has been revered for centuries across many cultures and spiritual traditions as a powerful tool for purification and energetic cleansing. It possesses the unique ability to absorb negative energy, effectively clearing the space or object it touches and promoting a more positive and harmonious vibration. By thoughtfully using salt, you are creating an energetic buffer, a protective shield between yourself and any lingering energy that might be residing within the shoes. Additionally, setting a strong, clear intention can work wonders in this process. Before putting on secondhand shoes, take a quiet moment to pause and mindfully focus on your intentions. Breathe deeply and visualize yourself walking forward on your life path, completely unburdened by the past or the energies of others. Set a clear intention that these shoes will now support you on your unique journey, free from any negative or stagnant energy, and filled with positive, forward-moving momentum. This simple yet powerful act of setting intention beautifully aligns with the Buddhist principle of right intention, which emphasizes being mindful of what we consciously bring into our lives and how we intentionally use it to support our personal growth and spiritual development. There is a profound old saying in Buddhism, "The path is made by walking." This wisdom reminds us that life is not about passively waiting for opportunities to magically appear in front of us, but rather about actively stepping forward with awareness, intention, and purpose. Shoes, in this context, are not simply about moving from one physical location to another. They symbolically represent the steps we take toward realizing our greater purpose in life. By consciously cleansing and purifying the energy of the shoes we wear, we are actively ensuring that each step we take is aligned with our highest potential, free from unnecessary burdens or energetic obstacles imposed by others. When we wear someone else's shoes without first cleansing them, we may unknowingly take on their fears, their limitations, or their sense of stagnation. These subtle energies can subtly slow us down on our path, cloud our judgment, and even inadvertently influence the overall direction of our lives. But by consciously performing simple rituals of cleansing and setting clear intentions, we can reclaim our personal power, take ownership of our unique journey, and keep our path clear and unobstructed from unwanted energetic baggage. Life, much like the journey of a traveler, is full of unexpected twists and turns, and it is ultimately up to each of us to consciously choose the path we walk and the energy we carry with us. Every step truly matters, so the next time you put on your shoes, whether they are brand new or gently used, remember the subtle energy they carry. Take a moment to cleanse them, set your intention for the day, and step forward with clarity, purpose, and an open heart. Your life journey is uniquely yours, and each step you take is a reflection of the energy you bring with you. Make sure it is an energy that will consciously lead you towards the destination you truly desire to reach. Chapter 5, Cursed Money, the Trap That Blocks Wealth. Have you ever received money that just didn't feel quite right? Perhaps it was a gift from a well-meaning friend, an unexpectedly large tip, or a bonus at work. Initially, you might have felt grateful and fortunate, but shortly thereafter, you found yourself entangled in an unforeseen financial struggle. Perhaps an unexpected expense arose, a sudden car repair, or debt seemed to materialize out of thin air. If this has ever happened to you, you may have instinctively wondered if it was merely a strange coincidence, a random turn of events. However, the truth is, in many spiritual traditions, including the deeply insightful teachings of Buddhism, it is believed that money, like all material things, carries the energetic imprint of its previous owner. If that individual was experiencing negative emotions, stress, or harbored ill intentions, that subtle energetic vibration can be transferred to the money itself and subsequently, to you, the receiver. This phenomenon is not simply rooted in superstition or folklore. It is deeply connected to the understanding that everything in the universe vibrates at an energetic frequency, including tangible objects like money. In Buddhism, we learn that everything in the interconnected web of existence is intrinsically linked, and the profound law of karma teaches us that actions, words, and even inanimate objects can hold on to the energetic residue of the past. Money is no exception to this universal principle. Reflect for a moment on times when you may have received a sum of money from someone who you knew was going through a particularly tough time in their life, or perhaps someone who was visibly filled with negative emotions or anxieties. That energetic imprint doesn't simply vanish into thin air. It can subtly attach itself to the money itself, and you, the recipient, might unknowingly inherit those subtle energetic vibrations. The enlightened Buddha once wisely said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." This profound wisdom extends far beyond our conscious thoughts and beliefs. It subtly touches upon every aspect of our lives and everything we encounter in our daily experiences. If money is somehow tainted or imbued with negativity, it can inadvertently block the natural flow of prosperity and abundance in our lives. This is precisely why, in Buddhist practice, it is considered essential to be mindful not only of our own actions and thoughts, but also of the subtle energies that surround us, especially when it comes to material things that hold energetic resonance, such as money. To proactively protect yourself from any potential negative energy that may be unknowingly attached to money you receive, it is a wise practice to take a brief moment to cleanse any money you receive before you spend it. The ritual is remarkably simple yet surprisingly powerful. Hold the cash gently in your hands and visualize it being bathed in bright, radiant, positive energy. Imagine it glowing with the vibrant essence of abundance and prosperity. Silently affirm to yourself that this money will bring only goodness and positive outcomes into your life and the lives of others. In doing so, you are consciously severing any potential negative energetic ties to the past owner's energy and actively inviting positive, abundant energy to flow freely into your own financial space. This small, mindful ritual, deeply rooted in Buddhist principles, helps to ensure that money serves as a positive force in your life, working for you rather than unknowingly against you. Now I'm going to tell you the gist. The important thing is ahead. Watch to the end and you'll find out the most important thing. Chapter 6. Never accept or borrow a mirror. Mirrors are far more than just reflective surfaces we use to check our appearance before stepping out into the world. In many cultures and ancient traditions, mirrors are often viewed as potent portals to other dimensions, subtle gateways between worlds. They are believed to reflect not only the physical image in front of them, but also the subtle energetic imprints of those who have gazed into them, the emotions they have felt, and the thoughts they have harbored. According to ancient wisdom, the energetic residue left behind within a mirror can linger for extended periods, subtly influencing the energetic atmosphere of the environment and the well-being of the person who subsequently uses it. If you accept or borrow a mirror from someone else, even with the best intentions, you may be unknowingly inviting their accumulated energy into your personal space, whether that energy is predominantly positive or, potentially, negative and discordant. In Buddhist philosophy, the concept of reflection extends far beyond the mere physical realm of light and images. The simple act of seeing our own reflection in a mirror is symbolically resonant with the deeper practice of reflecting on our lives, our actions, and our inner selves. However, mirrors, in their subtle way, can also reflect the energies of the past, the emotions, and experiences of those who have previously interacted with them. And when we knowingly or unknowingly take possession of someone else's mirror, we may be inadvertently inviting their unresolved emotions, their personal struggles, or even negative patterns into our own lives and energetic field. I vividly recall a compelling story from Buddhist teachings that perfectly illustrates this subtle energetic dynamic. A young monk, newly arrived at the monastery, was generously given an old mirror by one of the senior monks. The senior monk had used this simple mirror for many years, and though it appeared to be just an ordinary object, it held within its reflective surface the accumulated weight of countless moments within the monastery walls, both joyful and challenging. The young monk began using the mirror in his daily routine and soon started to notice unsettling emotions rising within him, feelings of confusion, persistent doubt, and a general sense of unrest that he couldn't quite place. Seeking guidance and wisdom, he approached the abbot of the monastery, sharing his perplexing experience. The abbot, with his deep understanding of subtle energies, gently explained that the mirror, over time, had absorbed the energetic imprint of its previous owner, the senior monk. The mirror, much like a window into the soul, had reflected not only the physical world but also the complex tapestry of emotions and struggles of the person who had used it before. To mitigate any potential energetic influence from a borrowed or accepted mirror, it is wise to take a moment to cleanse it spiritually before incorporating it into your space. You can perform a smudging ritual using sacred sage smoke, allowing the purifying smoke to envelop the mirror and dispel any lingering energies. Alternatively, you can place the mirror under the gentle light of the moon, allowing the natural forces of lunar energy to purify and cleanse it. As you perform the cleansing ritual, consciously set the clear intention that only your own personal energy, your own authentic reflection, is reflected back to you from this mirror. This simple yet profound act ensures that your personal space remains energetically clear, free from the intrusion of unwanted energies from others, and that you maintain your inner peace, mental clarity, and emotional equilibrium. Chapter 7. Never collect salt from another person. Salt, that seemingly simple crystalline substance we use daily, is so much more than just a common cooking ingredient. It holds immense spiritual significance across numerous cultures and traditions, including within the rich tapestry of Buddhist beliefs, where it is deeply revered for its purifying, protective, and preservative qualities. In ancient times, salt was not only used practically to preserve food and prevent spoilage, but also ritually to protect people, homes, and sacred spaces from negative energies and unwanted influences. Salt is understood to be a natural energetic purifier, a substance that possesses the remarkable ability to absorb negative energy and prevent it from spreading or taking root. But what happens energetically when you accept salt from another person? Salt, much like other items we use in our daily lives, can subtly absorb and retain the energetic vibration of the person who possesses it and interacts with it. If you accept salt from someone who is currently going through a period of emotional turmoil, experiencing mental confusion, or even facing financial hardship, you might unknowingly take on a subtle resonance of their energetic state. The salt, in this instance, could potentially carry a faint imprint of their burdens, and when you subsequently use that salt in your own space, those subtle burdens may, in theory, manifest in some way within your own life. To proactively protect your own personal energy and maintain a clear energetic field around you, it is always recommended to keep your own dedicated supply of salt, one that is solely for your use and free from the energetic influences of others. Think of your personal salt supply as a form of spiritual armor, a subtle energetic shield. This dedicated salt represents your own unique positive energy, your personal intentions, and your commitment to maintaining your energetic well-being, ensuring that you remain grounded, protected, and centered amidst the energetic currents of daily life. Whether you are using salt for spiritual purification rituals or simply to safeguard your inner peace and energetic harmony, consciously maintaining your own personal supply of salt helps you to proactively safeguard your mental clarity, emotional stability, and overall well-being. Chapter 8. Wigs and Hair Extensions, Hidden Spiritual Dangers. Hair is not merely a physical characteristic that frames our faces, it is, in many spiritual understandings, a potent vessel of personal energy, a subtle antenna that connects us to the energetic world around us. Every strand of our hair, it is believed, carries with it the unique emotional and spiritual imprints of the person to whom it once belonged. When you choose to wear wigs or hair extensions that originated from someone else, you are unknowingly, and perhaps unintentionally, tapping into their energetic field, their life force, and their accumulated experiences. Whether those past experiences were predominantly positive and uplifting or challenging and negative, the energetic residue from that person's life is subtly woven into each strand of their hair. Buddhist teachings emphasize the profound interconnectedness of all beings, the delicate web of relationships that binds us together. Because of this inherent interconnectedness, the subtle energies we exchange with others, whether consciously or unconsciously, can and do influence us on various levels. If you choose to wear hair that once belonged to someone else, you may inadvertently absorb aspects of their struggles, their anxieties, their past traumas, or even their misfortunes. One poignant story I recall from Buddhist folklore vividly illustrates this subtle energetic dynamic. It tells of a woman who, seeking a change in appearance, began wearing a beautiful wig that had previously belonged to someone who had lived through immense hardship and suffering. Unbeknownst to her, she soon noticed her own life becoming inexplicably filled with unexpected difficulties, emotional turmoil, persistent financial problems, and strained relationships. Seeking guidance from a wise spiritual counselor, she was gently informed that the wig she was wearing was subtly carrying the unresolved negative energy of its previous owner, influencing her own life experience. Upon performing a conscious cleansing ritual to purify the wig and release the lingering energies, she gradually noticed her life returning to a state of balance, harmony, and greater ease. If you choose to wear wigs or hair extensions for personal or aesthetic reasons, it is crucial to take the proactive step of cleansing them spiritually before wearing them. Smudging them with the sacred smoke of sage, or gently soaking them in salt water, can be effective methods for clearing away any lingering negative or stagnant energies. By consciously purifying these items before incorporating them into your personal style, you can proactively protect your own energetic field and maintain a sense of spiritual clarity and energetic well-being. Chapter 9: Secondhand Jewelry and Accessories. Jewelry often holds not only aesthetic appeal but also great sentimental value, and it can subtly carry the emotional energy of its past owners, much like other personal items. Consider a precious ring that has been lovingly passed down through generations within a family, or perhaps a necklace that was once worn during a particularly challenging time of heartbreak or financial hardship. The accumulated energy of those past experiences, both joyful and sorrowful, can subtly attach itself to the jewelry itself, and unknowingly, transfer to you when you choose to wear it. Before adorning yourself with secondhand jewelry, it is wise to cleanse it spiritually, much like you would with other pre-owned items. Utilize gentle purification rituals such as smudging the jewelry with sage smoke or placing the item under the soft glow of moonlight to clear away any unwanted or stagnant energies. This simple act of energetic purification helps to ensure that the jewelry you choose to wear serves you in a positive and uplifting way, enhancing your personal energy, rather than inadvertently carrying the emotional baggage or lingering vibrations of someone else's past experiences. Chapter 10: Handkerchiefs and Personal Cloth Items. Handkerchiefs, at first glance, may seem like simple, practical items we carry for everyday hygiene. However, they possess a deeper significance than we often realize. Handkerchiefs, and other personal cloth items, absorb far more than just physical dirt or perspiration. They also subtly soak up emotional and spiritual energy, acting like energetic sponges. Reflect for a moment on the times you have used a handkerchief or a similar cloth item. Perhaps it was during a period of illness, when you were experiencing heightened stress, or during moments of grief and sadness. These personal items often absorb the strong emotions tied to those particular moments in time. If you accept or share a handkerchief or other personal cloth item with another person, you may unknowingly take on a subtle energetic residue of the burdens, emotions, or even illnesses of the person who used it before you. Cultivate mindfulness and awareness regarding the practice of sharing or receiving personal cloth items, and consciously consider the potential emotional or spiritual weight they may carry. Before using them, especially if they are not freshly laundered and specifically yours, it is important to cleanse them spiritually to ensure they do not inadvertently carry the emotional residue of past struggles or unwanted energies. The objects we consciously choose to surround ourselves with, and the items we willingly accept into our lives, all carry energy, both subtle and palpable. Whether it is a seemingly well-intentioned gift, a charming secondhand find, or a seemingly harmless everyday object, each piece carries an energetic vibration that can subtly impact our lives, our moods, and our overall well-being. By cultivating mindfulness in our choices and proactively performing simple cleansing rituals when appropriate, we can consciously protect our personal space, our energetic field, and our inner peace, ensuring that we are attracting positive influences, supportive energies, and harmonious vibrations into our lives. If you found today's insights valuable and illuminating, please give us a thumbs up to share this wisdom with others and subscribe to our channel for more profound teachings and guidance. Your breakthrough to a more mindful, peaceful, and empowered life begins today. Embrace it with clarity, inner peace, and ancient wisdom.